Be sure to catch the next episode of Just Talking It Up on iTunes, Stitcher, your favorite podcast app, or on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
Hey, you forgot our names.
No.
You did. You forgot our names.
Don't be silly. I'm Janet, you're Crash, see?
She's just like a goose. She wakes up in a new world every day.
This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday, the 15th of March. I'm James Spann. Ooh, it feels so good. And if you like this weather, you'll like the weekend forecast and some storms early next week. Let's take a look at some of the Skycam shots around the network this afternoon. First off, coming from Chehaw State Park, a fine place to be anytime. One little cumulus cloud off in the distance. That's about it. There's the Jasper Skycam in Walker County, and way down south, that's our Skycam in the Alabama Gulf Coast at the Dauphin Island Sea Lab. The flow is beginning to flatten out. The westerlies are retreating north, and accordingly, it is warming up very nicely. Everybody in the 70s. Look at Muscle Shoals and Tuscaloosa. Alexander City, all three cities at 77. The warmest day so far this year for most places. Birmingham 74, Anniston, Gadsden 73. Numbers should look a lot like that tomorrow and Sunday. Around the nation is still very cold up on the Canadian border, but for now the cold air is being pushed northward as that warm surge is headed north. Got mid-70s all the way up into Kansas and Oklahoma today. On the watch warning map, winter weather advisories way up north, but generally speaking, much of the nation is quiet. Thought this was interesting. This is the radar. We've actually got a couple of big smoke plumes showing up. You know, when you see smoke on radar, it's a big fire. Not totally sure if those are controlled burns or not. I would imagine they are. We've got one wildfire in Chilton County around Maplesville. Another one, a larger one that looks like, is in northern Coosa County, down there below Sylacauga. And a lot of reports of smoke. But again, I do believe the Alabama Forestry Commission doing a lot of controlled burns right now. This is what they do in early spring, so we'd be shocked if that was the case. We'll check the severe weather outlooks. This is the day 2 outlook for tomorrow. The guys at SBC have dropped the slight risk. Just now, the low-end 5% severe weather possibilities from Nashville back over toward the Tidewater and Cape Hatteras. But this is the one we'll be watching. This is day 4, Monday. A risk of severe weather about the northern third of Alabama up through Middle Tennessee and Kentucky. This includes Cullman, Gadsden, Huntsville, Nashville, Lexington, and Louisville. And of course, we'll look at that in detail here in just a moment. There's a look at the rain for the next 5 days. This carries us through Wednesday morning of next week, and this is suggesting rain amounts of about 1/2 inch, and that would be Monday and Monday night. Let's take a look at modeling. This is the 12Z GFS, valid at 1 o'clock local time tomorrow. A light westerly flow aloft, and down below that, again, just a gorgeous day. Weather very much like today, highs well up in the 70s. The GFS is at 77. The NAM is at 75. A good deal of sunshine. Again, pretty much a clone of today. Active showers and storms from Kentucky back over toward the mouth of Chesapeake Bay. This is Sunday. Got a couple of surface lows to the west. Rain well to the north. Will be dry and, again, very mild with mid-70s. Now, the one thing we'll have to watch for, the NAM wants to bring in these cooler temperatures, and I'm not so sure that's going to be the case. The GFS is at 76. The NAM is at 69. I think the GFS is probably correct here. We'll go with that warmer solution. And then Monday, got a strong shortwave well to the north and west. Down below that, the air is very unstable. One surface low is north of Minneapolis. We got one surface low near Cincinnati. We'll go to Monday night at just after midnight. The cold front is nearing Memphis with a band of showers and storms passing through. The primary surface low is up there in northern Michigan, and that's way far north, and I think that's going to be the one good thing that might keep us from having a big severe weather problem. The dynamic forcing in the upper air and the surface low is just so far north. But look at the instability values. Again, those are very high numbers. I mean, this is showing lifted indices in the -8 range. Down around Baton Rouge up toward Meridian, and that is very unstable air, the most unstable air we have seen this year. This is the Energy Helicity Index, and those numbers are relatively high, basically between 1 and 2, which is pretty significant. But the deal is that the shear values are just not all that high because the trough is so far north of here. The better shear values well removed from those high instability values. So we're going to watch this unfold over the weekend, maybe get some better clarity. But the way it looks now, clearly there could be a strong to severe storm or two Monday afternoon or Monday night. But I'd say the chance of a major outbreak would be relatively small with the dynamics to the north. So we'll keep an eye on that, but rain amounts of about 1/2 inch would be likely. Now, Tuesday of next week, we start to turn cooler. I don't think we get out of the 50s on Tuesday. Cool north breeze, the sky becoming mostly sunny. Wednesday, we'll start the day in the 30s. The high should be in the middle 60s. Thursday, we've got a new storm developing off to the west. I think we'll stay dry. And then a week from today, troughing still well to the west, and down below that, we're in a moist air mass. A couple of surface lows, one to the east, one to the west. Clearly, we'll need to mention a chance of showers at the end of next week on Friday, maybe a thunderstorm. And then Saturday, the 23rd. We have seen some runs that look very wet. This run is drier on the 23rd, and that's why this is in the land of voodoo. It's beyond 7 days, and we'll keep seeing, models waffling here. But at the moment, the GFS is suggesting, this run at least, that the better chance of rain would be Friday and Friday night, with the rain moving out, giving us a dry day on Saturday with a cooler breeze coming in. A couple days later, this is Monday, the 25th, it turns colder. The 27th, it's cold. That's a 1035 high, and that's a cold look. Again, clearly, I think there's a good chance we're going to be below freezing multiple mornings that week. So just be aware of that. It's way too early to be planting things. Growers know that. And the end of the forecast, the end of the month, March 31st, got a cold front coming in from the north. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. My next video will be Monday morning at 7 o'clock. Brian Peters, the man that looks like Colonel Sanders, will have the updates here via video tomorrow and Sunday. And if you can, catch us on ABC 3340 News this evening at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.
Hey, this is Ross with my partner Bob. We have a show called Worldview Matters.
And Ross, as you know, we believe that everything in life is somehow related to how people view the world around them.
Our show is available on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app. Also available on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.